Hey everyone, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing This is turn 48. Let's jump into things. Okay, so pretty quick turn for us. We have completed Enchantment 4. On our way up towards Enchantment 5, probably. Yeah. We got a Dire Portent. We've actually got a couple things that happened this turn, so... okay, so the White Weeping Willow has cast, this is the Astral 5 gem gen. We cast Herd of Buffaloes, we cast an Augury, didn't find anything. We got another one, this, again, White Weeping Willow, so 2 pans. And this one is Supernatural Health and Stamina, so this is Gift of Health. So, that's a big deal. We got 2 fights, Kailasa attacked Pangea and won. And then Kailasa attacked Pangea and won again. So, continuously, right, AI Kailasa continues to push Pangea back, which is pretty crazy. Again, the player for Kailasa probably jumped the gun in quitting. We've got Local Lord has employed slave labor. So we've got a resource increase, and then in Pugria we've got some unrest. And then our god is now fully reformed. So this is honestly probably going to be a very quick turn, because not a lot is happening. But we'll talk about what is going on specifically. There was no battle in Perenna. Yomi pulled back into Delca. There's a force of about 160 units here. I have the assumption that he is going to either... I think that he's going to remain defensive. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to attack into Eol with Elder 13. Just with a few Spear Guard, not much. If there's nothing there, we will take this easily. If there's something there, we might be able to take it. If he comes at us, we'll lose, obviously. But that's... It's only 10 guys. That's something that we're not super worried about losing. Okay. In the meantime, we're actually going to be sending NC2 down to Feverfens to hopefully patrol that out. Okay, he's just taking a couple of units, some Urguard down there, patrol things out. And then we're mostly researching. We are sending NC5 back to to potentially pick up more units, or more likely just hold there for a while. And recruitment-wise, we're doing Gudus in all 4 provinces, along with Chushu's, Inky's Chosen, and Spearman. So what else are we doing? We're doing some more Dark Knowledge. This will be finishing up our northern territories with Dark Knowledge search. We're continuing to do auguries. We're actually going to be doing some arcane probing, just in the desperate hope that we find... I mean, we've got a pearl here. If we could get a pearl in one other location, if we could have 3 astral pearls, that's enough to where we could maybe make some stuff happen, right? Or at least that's enough to where I would feel like we could start maybe reliably storing to make sure we can cast astral battlefield buffs. But I don't know, man. It's pretty low right now. We are not doing a very great job on the whole astral front here. So what else are we doing? We are actually spending some earth gems on more dwarven hammers. We've been sitting on 3 dwarven hammers for a while. I think it's gonna serve us to move that up a little ways. I was holding off on earth because I was hoping, while we were doing all of our site searching, that we were gonna get lucky and get a lot of earth sites. We did not. I think we ended up getting 1 earth site throughout all of our site searching, aside from what we had like 20 turns ago. So that's pretty negative. That's pretty unfortunate. So what Earth is going to be able to do the most for us is basically provide dwarven hammers for forging, a couple of path boosters, and then just gems for buffs. So that's about all we're going to get out of Earth in this game. We're going to have to rely on water, nature, and probably actually death. We've kind of come into our own as far as death goes, so we're going to see how that happens. So we're making some more Dwarven Hammers. We are still making some more Boots of the Messenger. So we are forging a Skull Staff. We're doing this without a hammer just because, I mean, we've got decent income on death, so I'm not really worried about saving the gems. But we're forging a Skull Staff because that would put Bone 3, which is very lucky, by the way, that we got this guy. It's not the best thing in the world because we did get access to these Necromancers. But, I mean, I would rather have this guy than have to get those Necromancers with a lab, etc., etc. So this guy is going to be able to go up to Death 3, and we could potentially boost him up to Death 4. That is kind of where we get a little stuck, though. There's no good way to get up to Death 5 sans boosting, and normally I would do something along the lines of just use like a sorcery ring, right? But our Astral Pearls are abysmal, so we're probably never going to get to that point sans trading. So we'll see how that goes. Pan did put up Stellar Focus and Gift of Health. Gift of Health is a very big deal. A very, very big deal, actually. Gift of Health is probably one of the strongest globals that you can put up. If you have good Dominion, it makes your forces very difficult to deal with. So, speaking of which, our Dominion is so small. We've gotten so pushed this game. Kind of crazy. What else are we doing? We're doing a whole lot else, actually. Mainly what we're doing is we're holding. We are blood hunting with Gote, whatever. In the hopes that we maybe get lucky and get some blood slaves and that they don't go into his inventory. But we're mainly just holding because we have a lot of research right now. We've got a lot of mages. I do not mind having Lanka take some of the brunt for a little while, especially if Yomi's going to march back towards them. If Yomi does push me, take this army and push me, we will gladly give battle. I think we're in a good position to do so. But for right now, we're just going to take advantage of the research that we have. At nearly 800 a turn, we can pop out a lot of these. I mean, we'll have Enchantment 5 next turn. So Enchantment 5 gets us Foul Vapors, right? That's a big deal. It's a very big deal. If he decides he wants to fight after we have Foul Vapors, we might just obliterate him. We might not. We might obliterate ourselves. I don't know. I don't think so. I think Foul Vapors, I think we can best it relatively easy with a bunch of Poison Ward spam. And that's very easy for us to do, generally speaking. So So what we're going to do is we're going to hit Enchantment 5 next turn, and then we're probably going to do a quick run up to Construction 6. Construction 6 is actually pretty valuable for us. It gets us access to a number of different items, mostly in nature, but also partially in death and partially in water. For example, it will get us access to water bracelets, and water bracelets are actually really strong for us. Water bracelets will turn every Ishib very cheaply, very efficiently. It will turn every Ishib into a Water 3. And a Water 3 is threatening. A Water 3 being able to cast... water elementals, being able to spam water elementals is actually pretty nice, right? Especially with other buffs that we have throughout things like relief or simply putting like Boots of the Messenger on Ishibs. We could actually potentially make a concerted effort against Relay with enough Ishib casting, or like if we for the next 10 turns, right, were to produce Ishibs and then just stack up those boys and basically like have most of them with water bracelets as all like water 3s, we could head underwater and actually do a whole lot of damage. I don't think that that's our plan, right? But that's something that's interesting, right? That's an opportunity for us. But there's a bunch of other options that we can do for construction, construction 6. Specifically, we might just turn around and put a hammer on Enchantress 2 over here and start producing fire gems, or not fire gems, lightless lanterns. Alternatively, we might be getting close to the point to where we empower Enchantress 2, which would put us at Fire 3, which would actually allow us to, with 1 level in Conjuration, would allow us to summon Flame Spirits. Now, they're pricey, right? We don't have a crazy good income for fire gems, but we have a decent income for fire gems, right? So that's an option that we could take. We could get there. And having a bunch of fire 3s to put into the mix, put into play, could actually be very good. It's very, very good into the late game. I don't know how good it's going to be anywhere near, but a lot of what we're talking about right now is gearing up towards the late game. We've kind of hit that point to where it's turn 48. We're not gonna die, even if all of a sudden Yomi, Pan, Memoria, and Relay were like, nope, okay, time for to go, and they all turned on me in the next 3 or 4 turns, then it would still take another 10 or 15 turns before I was like completely out of the game. So we're kind of reaching that point to where this is definitely going to be a mid to late game that we're going to be participating in. You see the spread on thrones. Pan has 1 level 3 and 2 level 2s. So it's only at 7 ascension points out of the 17 required. So no one's really close. We do want to start keeping an eye on these 2 thrones, though. Even to the point to where we might actually start looking at taking whatever is in Titan's Breath. But that is under the concept of, like, we need to be able to make sure that Yomi needs to go down in the near future. So we're probably going to march sooner rather than later. I would love to get to Enchantment 7, right? But Enchantment 7 is actually a fair... How many turns away is that? That's going to be... Even if we didn't do the construction stop, right? If we just went straight for up enchantment, which might actually be the better idea. But even if we ran straight up enchantment, it would still be... It'd still be like 5 or 6 turns before we could get up there. I think Construction 6 is going to behoove us better in the long run. So, all right, that is going to be it for the turn. That's really all that's going on. So that'll be it. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.